Welcome back to the channel. It's Shalonda from American Aborigines Unchained on Facebook and American Empress Unchained here on YouTube. And again, this is not your mama's Bible study. We're going to be in the sealed portion today, in chapter 80 again to finish it out. And also, what else did I want to say? Mm. Mm. Oh, and remember, I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me from my standpoint or my point of view. Again, incorporating it with visions and dreams and things, again, that have come to me. Again, like I said, it's just a fine line I feel that I'm on right now. But again, I feel like different groups are using their foreign or accumulated knowledge and the fact that they may be a little bit older in the game and using the fact that I'm somewhat a baby to this portion of the awakening, right? Um, to their advantage, whether they know it or not. Again, that's just it may not be that way. It may be that I'm behind, right? That there's something that I missed that I didn't, so I don't like to play the blame game. But again, there is a sense of someone, again, knowing, regardless if it's some type of power that's held within us chosen ones or us vassals, where people are able to take advantage of the fact that they may be more advanced or have more knowledge or whatnot, and they will be able to continue to, push the narrative in either direction. So again, like I said, for me, the whole thing about being isolated, in a sense, is that I don't know, it fuels me differently. But like I said, I'm in a situation now where I do feel like, you know what I'm saying. It's not a good place for me. It's like one more thing. It's one more step that I have to take, And it's kind of like this energy here. It's like a push and pull, even with the two wands, even with the two masculine energies or divine masculine energies. It's almost like, you know what I'm saying? They're kind of navigating, but I feel like it's also like this something of a tent or a covering or it was a word that I wanted to use when I was thinking of this earlier, to kind of conceal the star, right? To conceal the star and kind of keep it like contained, to a certain extent. So again, instead of joining forces with that star, I feel this is just what I feel. I feel that those other energies have joined forces with other possible feminine energies, some whatever reason, for whatever reason. And I don't know. Like I said, this is just how I feel. In order to, like I said, conceal or control the narrative. And again, I guess I was reading this yesterday, but like I said, last night I had a dream, and I can only. It's almost like, do you see what I told you? I something about dream, 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 right? Um, um, it's almost like the part of like the Egyptian so-called mythology of the was it Horus or Osiris, that was broken up into those pieces and spread about, right? So it's almost like I have to go to find those pieces of me, right? Okay, and it's so strange because the pearl energy, right? Okay, um, I can relate to, like, I'm trying to, just like I said, navigate in a sense where I'm finding those pieces. And again, I see the pearl energy, right? And then I also see the dream energy, because I feel like my dreams have been, I don't know. I'm not gonna say stolen, but like blocked or something like that, right? I may have a dream, and I used to be able to remember like be real clairvoyant with my dreams, but at this point in time, I feel like, again, like I told you guys with the seer energy yesterday, like there's some lead or something over my eye. Like I said, I feel like even last night I had a very euphoric kind of, I don't know, I don't know, kind of dream where I felt like I was like, ooh, how do I want to explain it today? As if I was, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking, maybe that's the part of the poppy, the field of poppies. right? Because I was even watching Rain yesterday, and I think it was this part where I want to say that the king wanted. Okay, and this is weird because for the past couple of episodes, I've been kind of I know not the demonic part of the king, right? Henry, I believe it was. Not the demonic aspects of, but the aspects of him waking up to his power and saying, ooh, now I know I see that, that Catherine and, other people were kind of trying to alter or jolt his energy and keep him away from the fact that he is the king. In that whole, and this is what makes me think about this split between Mary, or has someone else taken that role of Mary now, right? Okay, because he was saying how Mary and all these other people have been going around here having both of his sons fighting and stuff like that, and over her or whatever, and it just was this whole energy, like I said, that I don't know, but I think the main part was saying that I think I could relate to him as a sense of people trying to hide him from his own power as king, right? So I feel like that emperor energy kind of is standing up right now because, again, that is what I was supposed to go down into this pit and just be there and be covered, or the head cut off of Medusa, that kind of energy. But again, I feel like I couldn't, whatever happened, I could not stay there. I feel like there was something saying, be quiet. But then again, it's for my own good. But then part of it, what I'm saying, is keeping quiet is also, giving power to those who are considering, it's strange. It's strange because when we're talking in this chapter about being in that spirit realm and getting that information straight from source, right? So I feel like the energy that was brought in to make me kind of think about my direction in the sense of where I'm going, was tied to the masculine energy that I had the dream about last night. And it had something to do with relocation. It had something to do with him and his ex-wife, but maybe it's not really. Maybe that's just for show. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know. But she had a problem with me, right? And it was kind of like this locking out kind of something. I think they were moving on, but something was supposed to be left there for me to have access to, right? But again, between me and the masculine, it was like not no bad blood, really, actually still like a loving, caring connection. But at the same time, there was like a doorway open, right? As if we were in this place or something, and a door was open. Excuse me. And we were all leaving out of the place, and I think they were going their way and I was going mine, right? But it was going to be leaving me in a situation where I would not have any, I would be left out in the cold, right? So I feel like in a sense, that energy kind of left that door open, but at some point in time, the wife went and closed the door. Do you see what I'm saying? The wife went and closed the door at the last minute. So again, when they left, I would be left out somewhat in the cold, in a sense, right? In another situation of damsel in distress. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you what, but there were children there, right? And it just, I don't know. It was very, I don't know. It was a very strange dream. But throughout the night, like I said, I don't know, because I just had to redo the video because somebody interrupted. But I don't know. It made me think about also the time of the poppy field, that someone would lose their life or something in the poppy field, right? So last night, like I told you guys, I was in this like euphoric kind of energy, right? And it was very, I don't know. I can't explain it to you. I think I might have had this happen once before, but during the day, during being awake, this euphoric sense of like being touched, right? Like I said, maybe even like a spark of something, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Mm. Like Kundalini energy, almost. Um, but this time, no, it was just sleep wake, dream wake, and but I was very, matter of fact, this energy, okay, this energy of this masculine. Before, I've had a dream where I felt like something was given or taken, like I was given something. Mm. to alter my consciousness or my state of mind. Right? So it's funny. Mhm. It's, yeah. Because I remember that it was not just me, it was another seer that, or reader that had kind of the same experience, and she was telling her story, and I just happened to be telling my story, you know what I'm saying, the same day. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is something like a collective something, you know. And this is why I kind of like to bring up these small details, right? Because again, if something is for me or someone is for me, then I should know war tactics. I should know things. I should know when to be quiet and when not to speak, and instead of being used as a tool for these people to crawl over my back and spread their wings and leave me stranded every time. Do you see what I'm saying? As of a sense of that, to just show that, yeah, you're powerful, but we know how to manipulate that. And not to say that this is the energy that did it. I'm just saying that's just what I'm left to feel, right? So again, last night I do feel like it was something, you know, I was very like, I don't know, out of touch, like in a groovy kind of situation. I don't know. Because sometimes it feels like, I don't know, it has something to do with wings. As a matter of fact, here, right here on my book that's underneath the laptop here holding it up, there's a wing, a butterfly wing. And I keep on looking at it. And it says something about something ham here. You know, like it's just these things right here that just trigger and thought. There's wings everywhere actually here. Again, so again, my vision is going to be different than other people's in these times. Okay, and I feel like this is my only release, my only something, because I do feel like sheltered in a sense. Um, right. Okay. But yeah, that was it. Okay. And then now I felt this morning there was a presence of both masculines there. I mean, so it's kind of like there is some kind of division, there is some kind of separation, there is something. We saw the card of separation yesterday. Something's going on here. I just would like that if I was more included in whatever, because I do feel like it's kind of like not balanced, right? Because I feel like I'm something that people think that they could come in and use, or even if they don't know that that's what the case is, that's what it makes me feel like. And it feels like, again, the actual loyalty lies with other entities that they plan on moving forward with after they're done extracting what they can from me. But it's kind of like a weird thing because it's a loving sense there too, but it's also a control sense, right? Like an empress knowing her power, but somebody wants to kind of keep her under theirs. And so that's just what I feel. Again, you know, there's no love lost. It's just, again, love has been given. You know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of person. I don't want to end up being naive about it, but I am in a situation where, like living in between two something, and it's hard to navigate sometimes, especially when you're secluded and people know that you're secluded, and they know that, again, that can be a benefit to them. All right. Nobody wants to be looked at as a fool, and nobody wants to be, taken advantage of. Again, so like I said, if I'm working with somebody, I should know that I'm working with them. Then that will then tell me where I need to go, how I need to navigate, what I can speak on and what I can't. But right now, I feel like people are just using me as some kind of show, right? Or the fool. You know what I'm saying? And it seems as though I'm just like rambling or throwing this stuff out, and like, is that going to benefit others? But again, I want to tell my story, and I want to help other people navigate within these dimensions or these layers of this whole thing. Right? All right. Because I do look to my soul tribe, my soul siblings, seers, people that have been doing this for a long time with this type of information, that seem to be righteous and true. I never really had to question where they coming from. You know what I'm saying? There's those within the community that also can help me be grounded too when I pull myself out of that other realm. Right? Because the other realm is where I feel like I'm abused in a sense. I'm loved and adored but hated at the same time. right? And then this, it's the same thing I feel with the actual so-called community. You know what I'm saying? But it really, forget love and hate, is about like loyalty lies with this is America and we came to set the record straight. Those are the people that I connect with, on that level. So anyway, we'll keep on moving. Like nobody wants to feel like whatever they're doing is going I don't want to be used as a weapon against my own self because I hold the key to some type of information. You know what I'm saying? So people come in and act and love bomb and, breadcrumb and into your energy and come play in your energy, and also let these feminines play in my energy, and also let other masculines that don't belong in my energy play in my energy. You know what I'm saying? That's to me, that's betrayal, and that's the ultimate betrayal, and it's hurtful, right? So again, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. Okay. So again, I think we're gonna just start with 12 because I can't remember exactly where we stopped, right? So again, it says, for if we experience life and realize that there is no peace and happiness in the life that we have chosen to live for ourselves, then we must ask ourselves why we are not experiencing happiness, and which plan are we following that bringeth this misery onto us. So again, I feel like, yeah, that is kind of like what Source was saying, and again, like, it's just like, yeah, it's just like that. But like, I'll have to say aloud, right, that there has been a sense of, okay, the door is open, don't you see? Okay, now walk through it. But it's almost like as if the energy that's leading, right? Okay. And sometimes it feels like it's a higher source, right, of light than me, um and I go down that path. But I told you, at the end of the road there's just a cliff there, right? And in the beginning it's almost like, I got you, here I go, just go ahead and jump, I got you. But again, it seems like there's other feminine energies or other things that are in the way now, where that is not really the case. So that's where I feel like I'm at right now, right? Because again, I wouldn't necessarily say misery, but I feel like, again, a sense of not belonging, and a lot of you that have awakened to your path or your calling, right, will know that there's some people that you can unbearably not be around anymore, and then there's some instances where you feel safe there, but again, it's not really matching with your energy, what can kind of deplete your energy and kind of mess up your direction, right? Your sense of direction. So again, it's nothing fun about it, right? But again, if it's not all good, then why even hold on to it in the first place, right? Okay. So again, but then I also know that there's other energy here that wants to separate people and bring them into their energy, but only because they want their energy. So nobody's like being naive here, in that sense. I know that part. that is the part of succubus energy, and although it may not be the masculine now, right, but it's actually the energy that he's connected himself to. And then that's why I was thinking about the whole third party situation as to bringing someone else in, or wanting to bring you into a situation that's now a third party situation. And again, what does that do? Then does that put an empress below someone else? Because again, this person is already has moved on and chosen, and maybe they chose right, or maybe they chose wrong. But at the certain point, this empress is this time not going to take anything less than what she's deserving. So I'm not going to leave a somewhat. Well, I'm going to leave a somewhat comfortable situation, anyways. But to move towards something that again is not. It won't have me lowering my standards. It's the situation that I feel like I'm in. So it reminds me, like I said, of that me running away from third party situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm somewhat the empress, again, on my throne already. besides some other parts of these things, right? That are personal, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to go into a situation, especially dealing with these feminines and how I feel like some of them have been dealing with me. So I'm not going to go. And that's what I was saying about that energy of that spiteful feminine energy. I'm pointing out several feminine energies attached to a lot of males and divine masculines in this land that I've been able to pinpoint. And they have a evil, spiteful eye towards me. So why would I even put myself in that position, knowing that I am the Empress? Maybe that's more so what you wanted, or more so what you. But again, that's not my problem then, right? So again, this is just the way that I see things, okay? So that's the thing. I can't go, and that's another thing of misery. Then to go into a situation when a feminine would be over me. When I know I'm an empress, regardless if she is one too or not. Maybe I'm feeling high priestess energy, but maybe she's. I don't think that is the case. And so again, I don't know. That's about protecting myself, in a sense, right? So it says, yeah, we are following the plan of the Father. Now, I don't know which one. The Father reminds me of Lord. The Lord, again, in these current times would be who would be presiding in the garden. Because it doesn't say Father in heaven, but again, on this earthly realm, heaven is those who are exalted into high places. So again, are we talking about the principalities and rulers in those places, or the powers that shouldn't be? What are we talking about in that sense? But if they're coming at Israel, or if they're coming at the ancient ones, then again, you have to rethink what we're talking about here. That are leaving Americans, whether they are considered citizen on paper or not, right? Living on paper or not. Commoners and peasants and servants on paper or not, or if they are using misnomers that leave them in the Sheol or the underworld, right? It doesn't matter at this point in time. That is just saying. So that's going with man's law over the law of nature, and so again, I don't know. Okay, so it says the plan of the Father was given peace and happiness without price. So I don't know. This is making me think about the whole package deal, the Trojan horse. Again, I agree with some of the things in there, but there's way too many damn things in there for anybody to even take the time to even look through it to see what we're really talking about. So again, I don't see why all that has to be in there. You know what I'm saying? I would start off with smaller pieces. I would break it down into smaller pieces and then slowly prioritize, right? Put those things in place, see how they go, and then add to the package. To put it all in one bundle like that, there's going to be something in there. There's going to be something in there that you're going to be like, oh, once you find out. And so that's what I feel, okay? But again, to say peace and happiness without a price. So again, I don't know. This is possible. Listen, this is right here. This number 13, this is talking about that bundle. This is talking about that bill. This is talking about that infrastructure, either the infrastructure or the... I keep calling it the Trojan horse, okay? And so we don't get in too much trouble. That's just what we're going to call it. You're just going to have to use your own discernment to know what we're talking about, all right? So again, without a price. So it's saying that this Father is going to be putting this thing in without a price. Again, I say it ain't nothing free. There's always going to be a price to pay, but who knows? Without strain and toil. And is a peace and happiness that lasts forever, ever. So again, this is making me think about the whole Christ energy and rule with them forever. So again, I could be, look it, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is use discernment, right? Because so far, the actions of that Father, when it comes to me, feels like love and hate. It feels like, again, some other people are in the ear of that Father, and they're actually moving things in their direction under the guise of being friends with the daughter. Giving me some Inanna energy here. When it's really going to be benefiting the people from the flood instead of the actual children of the old world, those people that are more than likely still possibly listed as African Americans or misnomers. Right? Or are we following the plan of Lucifer, which ensureth us temporary joy and happiness that we experience while benefiting from the blessings that he hath given unto us? But afterwards we find no peace or happiness that remaineth in our souls. So it's almost like the whole thing, I just fell asleep thinking about this, to get these gifts or get these things and then lose your soul, right? Right? That's tricky. So they're trying to call, okay, so again, this Lucifer energy, temporary joy. So people that are accumulating these things and they're joyful at this point in time, and happiness and experience with, okay, blessings have been given us, but afterwards we find no peace and happiness. So again, I'm just saying, this is making me think about the whole thing. No stone will be unturned. And then find an emptiness and sorrow. Again, this could be on a larger or smaller scale as well. Okay, you be the one to discern you with the vision, what you see in these particular times, which is as if a man who dreameth. So again, here we go talking about dreams. Even it's almost like, see, it's almost like make a choice, even like, okay, because it's almost like, yeah, that dream, although I don't know what, you hear me? After I woke up from that dream still, okay, there was still for a couple hours, I was having this moment. And it's almost like I was like communing with source, like, bring me back to the part. Bring me back to that part. And it's almost like that's what happened, right? But again, like I said, I had to think about that part. I had to think about that part of that episode when the king wanted his mistress to let another girl in. And so they took whatever that was, right? And also, see, I'm telling you, I was watching that show, You, same thing. The girl's friend was trying to move her away from her boyfriend, right? Because she was secretly in love with the girl, the main girl in the show. What is her name? Beck. So, so Beck, why is this happening like this? Okay, so Beck was to take whatever it was with, I don't know, his name was Raj or something. I don't know who it was, okay? And take something with him. And what was the girl's name? What is the dang on girl's name? Peach, okay? She got her away, whisked her away. Come on, you need to get away from him. Let's move to Paris. Let's do all this and that. And then again, they took that. And they thought that they had her in their clutches for this whole thing that they were about to perform. But she woke up and said, And she went back and she called, These are just scenarios, like I said, because it just was kind of like that. It's kind of like something like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's even like the Viper, like the Venom. Ew. Oh, we just went and watched Venom too. Okay, so maybe that's what it, maybe that's what it is. We just talked about the Vipers, right? That Viper's energy from the feminine, because again, the other wand, right, comes into view. And it seems that I'm realizing maybe this is what this is. This is like a third party situation or something of this nature. And it's just like, I remember just like, like when this come, I'm like, like, I don't know. What is this? Okay. See? Because, mm. See, we go back to desire. Okay, y'all. So it made me think like stability, love, like sensual kind of nature of a relationship, you know, like, what I'm saying? Some crafty is going on. And you know what I'm always worried about? I'm always worried about people taking things the wrong way or out of context or taking moments to take advantage. Mm. And this it's like it feels so good, whatever it was, but okay. All right, y'all, we're gonna stop. Okay. Which is as if a man who dreameth, and in his dream he eateth all that his heart desires. Why does it make me think about Sandman or Dream Lover or Dream Merchant? I don't know, y'all, because I'd be afraid. I'm telling you, I just do. I just think people be just trying to take advantage. But when he awaketh from the dream, he seeth himself and remaineth empty and unsatisfied. I don't know why this is making me think about blocked dreams or even your subconscious. And Christ spoke of his hunger many times as he taught the Jews. And he spoke of the blessings that the plan of Lucifer offereth to the children of men. And many times he made a contrast between these blessings and the blessings that were given of the Father, right? So again, this is making me think about a fathering energy, right? Even David, right? Even Joseph, right? Okay. Joe, that name is all over the place right now. Also, even like I said, considering David, um, and it's almost like mm-hmm, yin and yang kind of thing here, right? Because I feel like there is we're talking about the father in the sense of who will be in control right now, supposedly. But again, Inanna was stronger than the father, and I'm wondering if it's because the father was just a decoy for the who was holding the real power at that time. And then again, if it all falls down right on the head of that energy, right, that didn't even know that they were actually the ruler, right, then that kind of ruins that chance of that Christ ruling and reigning forever, right? So it's almost like this is like a test. Whew, almost like a test of time. Okay. So again, separating, because again, they can say, "Oh, we're going to leave Biden and now go to Trump," but who said you had to go back there? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking funny, or we'll say Drumpf. Okay, we don't want to. Okay, so again, it's just like, wait a minute. Because we're already at that time. So if this is the Christ energy and we sitting in Christ energy over here, then you know what I'm saying? It's just like they already just raining on our parade, acting as though we need them for whatever it is. And the power is already in our hands. I don't know. But I do feel like there's a separation between the administration and who's really supposed to be the one that's in charge right now. And it seems like one thing is coming out of the mouth of the one that presides, but the whole establishment is taking another turn, and it seems like it's going after or to make that other party look bad. That Christ energy, like, or Inanna, or I don't know, it's just giving me something here, okay? Because again, maybe this has something to do with like a split, right? You know, you can't have worship two gods or something like that in that complex. But again, I feel like we're dealing with energy of a lineal special people that have certain gifts that are spread throughout. And unfortunately, you do have these two fathers or these two bloodlines or these two. This is just what I'm saying. So it's almost like a choice. And he taught the people, saying, woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe, so those who go into slavery will now, okay, kind of like that kind of energy. Woe unto you that laugh now. It's almost like, but cry later. Okay? Right? And this is also just like even me in the sense of people saying, you know, that I'm just a little bit too joyful. Right? But I am that kind of person though, right? Where I don't know, something is written on my face, then it is, but you know, I don't know. I'm just that type of person, but I can see where, you know, this may be coming from here. People don't take you seriously. But again, I feel like, okay, you can do that all you want, right? But then, you know, just go ahead and process the words that's coming out of my mouth and the actions that you see happening, because they're going to be speaking louder than the words. And I see that as a sense of authority. It's more about a sternness, right? Than aggressive, like anger or like explosive, you know, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Woe unto you that are full, you shall hunger. Okay. Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep. Okay. I mean, and that could also be talking about people that are in their full power and potential right now that may lose that. Woe unto you when all men speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. So again, okay, so yeah, false prophets. So again, that makes me think about people, like I said, that are false prophets, or, you know, are supposedly prophesying or giving out information that is not really a prophecy, is really a plan. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what we talk about a lot on this channel, prophecy or plan, right? There's difference between prophecy is going to be fluent. It's just going to flow. It's going to be like, I am the way, I am the light. Those individuals that's standing in that energy right now, right? Or the word, right? Or wisdom. That's something that just flows naturally. Where I'm telling you that when we're dealing with plants, those are people that have been planted or placed in certain positions so that they can do certain things. And most of the time it's faux rain. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so again, and people are going to speak well of them, right, and harsh of the true children. Okay, so again, at some point in time, they're going to speak well of them and harsh of and crucify those of that Christ energy. And most of these people, there's monitoring spirits where they're watching you and taking in your energy every time you release, even if you don't. I still feel like there's monitoring spirits and energies that are being placed on people in order to obtain certain information, to cipher information, again, out of your Akashic or whatever it would be. All right. And the people stand there and the way they cover themselves is just by trying to make you look bad, right? Or they do things behind the scenes that's worse than what you do on camera, because I'm an open book. I share with you guys, right? Because these are tools I feel that many people can use, right? To see. Even knowing that some other higher energies may not like that. But then again, are you not liking that because the truth may be coming from that? Or are you not liking that because you're saying it's evil? But then that's that old traditional way of thinking that, again, we can see right through those things right now. Right? So it says, and now I have already explained. So like the cards and stuff like that. People say, ooh, see what that means that but I've never touched, I don't even care to know anything about witchcraft. I really don't even want to know about the things I feel people are doing to me. It's just, I sense them. I look them up and I say, okay, this is probably what they're doing. And again, that's it. Or even to the point where it's just like, okay, send it back. Or just to ground myself and then commune with source and say, okay, I need you. So again, it's just that sense I feel. I don't know, I feel that. All right. And now I have already explained unto you that that the fruits that ye shall receive by following the plan of Lucifer are riches. Okay. So again, probably financial gain, something like this, luxury or something. I don't know. Honors and the glories of men. Okay. All right. Okay. So again, to make moves, you know what I'm saying? In that sense, possibly. Okay. Okay. And temporary joy that ye feel when ye, or yea, find happiness in those things which are temporary, yet your happiness remaineth not thereafter. So again, it's almost like that. Okay, it's almost like that. All right. It's almost like, like you're going to receive like these things, maybe cars, I'm about to say money, clothes, and hoes. But okay, so we can just say it then, okay? Because again, I mean, all right, this is how we do it, okay? So again, yeah, okay, yay. All right. Okay, so those temporary things, possibly, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Even rich sight. See, because again, to be careful when we're talking about, because nobody that is chosen is excluded either, right? All right. Because again, those are riches to me, right? That feeling that I feel, or that connection that I feel, that I thought I felt with source, possibly somewhere within that, whatever was going on with me from last night until this morning, you know what I'm saying? But then again, it's gone, but it left me feeling some kind of way, okay? And it's like, do you want to feel like that? You want to feel that light forever? But like, what's it? All right. Was it, yeah, I mean, there was nothing negative about it. It was just a very cozy, loving. I mean, if angels had wings, since the Bible don't really talk about angels having wings, but if they had wings, okay, in real life, that's what it felt like. You know? You know what it felt like too? I mean, I have to give it to you the way that I see it, okay? It's that part even when it comes to the Lucifer energy, because I told you, none of these energies do I see full wholeheartedly. The rawest person in the Bible is God. The rawest energy in the Bible is God. When it comes to killing and having people do stuff that's messed up, is God. Unfortunately, that's just how, again, because I'm just a person of the word, okay? The most ruthless acts, right? Okay, so like I said, even I'm naming these, I'm always fair and balanced and non-biased. Even though we're separating it like it is, I just have to tell it like it is. I don't ever want to try to fool anyone or trick nothing into anybody's, like I'm saying, we're just talking, it's 2021 now. We got people still thinking the way people was probably thinking 200 years ago when it comes to the text. Nah, we in it right now. It's going down now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like certain things that I can't respect as the way that the religious aspect as to what's going on right now, because we're living it. We're seeing it. All right. All right. So again, it reminded me possibly, like I said, of that time when I think there was a shootout or something with Chloe and Lucifer, and Lucifer in the show Lucifer. Okay. And I talk a lot about visuals and stuff like that. Okay. And shows and stuff like that, because I used to watch a lot of TV. Okay. So again, or television. Okay. But okay. Is it always telling lies though? All right. Let's stop. Okay, but when she was about to get attacked from all angles, and he came in and put his wings around her to protect her, right? And I think that's when he knew that he loved her, in a sense, right? And so I don't know. Like I said, it feels like that kind of energy. Like I said, all right, that's what it felt like, because of the outside world, nothing mattered. I was in this cocoon, and that's just it. And I still can't tell you, and just because I had that dream about that masculine doesn't mean that so I always still have to be wondering. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, but I always left wondering, because then right after that, then there's both wands again, going back and forth. And then it's really like not even clear on what's being said. It's almost like caution, 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 caution is what the sense is. Okay. So we'll just stop. All right. Okay. But let me just tell you, like, that's the feeling. See, but again, is that like magic? Is that like a spell? Because again, you should be able to take yourself there. I feel you should be able to take yourself there yourself. But sometimes you need something more than just yourself. Because I can take myself there. I can take myself into a form of like this solitude thing, where it feels really good too. It's almost like you're, okay. What it would feel like for somebody to be high, a natural high. Okay. That's what we'll see. All right. So, all right. All right, so when it says happiness remaineth not thereafter, like, is that sense of that same happiness that you were in, or does it just mean like even if you go through that natural high stage or something or whatever that was, and then you wake up and then you're just depressed the rest of your days? Now, you may not feel the same way you did then, but it's lingering on to bringing in brighter days, because I'm outside smiling, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy. But then, wait a minute. While I was in that energy, I went to go get food, and I walked out the restaurant, and I saw this lady pull up after me. And she had this Cadillac truck, right? And I was just like, ooh. That is so pretty. I mean, it's just be things like that. And I'm like, oh, I would like that one day. But I said, no, you wouldn't. I'm like, stop. Why would you say that? That's not even you. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's just like, maybe, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe source is like, y'all, okay. Where you at? Okay, because again, in the dream, it has something to do with living conditions in the house. And then, like I said, I was just feeling so good, and I'm like, ooh, my car messy, I need to clean it out or whatever. But I just felt like I was already in the Cadillac, you know what I'm saying? And that, like, on the way home after seeing it, that is what I was like, okay, it's something about within. Even just now, okay, all right. Okay, y'all, I promise I'm not on no kind of drug. I promise. It's just one of them days. You know what I'm saying? I just feel really, really, I don't know. I just feel good. And maybe that's because something bad is happening. Or maybe because things are good. Maybe it's because life is good. Okay, so let's just keep moving. Okay, y'all? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we need to find something in here that we need to know. Honey, okay? So it says, and now it is the desire of the Lord. Okay, now we're moving back on to the Lord, all right? that ye know this of Satan and his plan, even that it is a good and a righteous plan to those whom he hath convinced to follow him. And it is not Satan that causeth the wars among men, nor doth he cause there's words missing here. I can't stand that. I cannot stand it. Because it was about to say something important. Now I can't even take it wholeheartedly because of this. Okay? But let's just try to piece it together. All right? Because, yeah. Okay, so Satan that causeth the wars among men. There's all kind of spaces here. Nor doth he cause their unhappiness and misery. Right? See, I think that what this is saying is that maybe it's not Satan that's causing the commotion between men. Because I got to be careful, because whenever I see Satan, Lucifer, like I told you, I feel like the religious aspect has covertly turned those entities into somewhat feminine energies. I think they relate to that. I told you, if we split them all down, the serpent, Satan, Lucifer, the devil, I feel like some kind of way deep down in our subconscious, these relate to possibly these four mountainous feminine energies, right? That may have good and bad to all of them. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is the serpent is the oldest. So that's talking about autochthonous antiquities, Quetzalcoatl, South America, plume serpent energy. That would be considered evil to someone that would come into the land and try to take the land, and they fight back for their land and their children and their resources and their, and the people that would be coming in would be say, these are savages, evil Saracens, kill them all, take until you can't take no more, right? But then again, those people will be looking on the outside as those colonizers or whatever were evil. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all a matter of how you look at it, okay? All right. So again, it's saying Satan did not cause those things, okay? But again, I feel some of the information that I bring forth, okay, brings misery upon men because they don't want to see, first of all, this person don't have a college education. Second of all, this person may not be the size and everything that we need, and she may not represent, she may not speak. She may not do these things, right? So we had to build the bitch that's kind of like her and then put them in that position or whatever, because again, she can't be contained. She can't be bought out. She can't be. We tempting her with these things, but no. So again, do you see what I'm saying? All right? That's just how I see it, right? So again, some of these energies, and then it's going to be the influence of the things that are going on at that time. Jealousy, envy, strife, greed, all of these things that are going to pile onto the Satan, Lucifer, because again, women are powerful. I'm sorry that society have tried to erase that. Natural women are beautiful as well. All right. So again, once you start feeling that, then that's a problem. Okay. But again, the thing is, we bad. So that's why I like to be on kind of like the straight and narrow as much as possible when it comes to what I'm doing, to provide to the people. Right. I feel like what's going on in my personal life is not your business unless I let you in on it. Okay. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like there's a sense of that. So everybody's going to have their ways, okay? Some women are in their masculine. They're concerned about power, land, resources. Some are looking for love. Some are. So again, and that's the thing about the whole desire thing. Which one are you lacking that someone can use to weasel their way, or you know what I'm saying, into your, right? Okay. All right. So again, they're saying that Satan would not be causing those problems. But again, I look at my energy on this plane today, and I feel like that could be something. People don't want to see that. Nobody want to be studying something for 30 years and some person, especially a female that didn't go to college and didn't do none of this stuff, come up here talking about something that make a lot more sense than what you're talking about. That's a pastor, a minister, a teacher, a scholar, anybody. But I've learned from a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, this 10-year, 11-year hiatus that I did with coming into knowledge. I wasn't like this all the time. I couldn't stand school. I didn't want to write. I didn't want to read. I didn't want to do none of that. In school, I wanted to have fun and leave. All right? Okay? And be trying to hang out and do whatever. All right? So anyway, it says, behold, why do ye think that he would cause such things? Okay, when, all right, y'all, we only I got 5 more minutes left before we hit our hour mark. Okay. He hath made a promise unto those that follow him, that they shall not suffer these things, but shall be happy following his plan. Okay. I don't know. And do ye think that Satan can command your spirits, and that they will obey his commands and do what he desireth of them? I say unto you, that he cannot give a command unto your spirit and cause you to do that which ye do not want to do. And this is what I'm saying. This is where, okay, so maybe this is a good thing here, because, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there's a lot of projective energy here, as if like you're like something like, yeah, you do this, you did this. And I'm thinking like, the only way this got to be happening is if I'm unconscious. You know what I'm saying? So I'm being abducted or something when I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Something like this. And, and then something is being sealed up for me to be able to see what I've been doing. Like other than that, like, nah. This past couple months, I done seen some, listen, I'm cleaning myself up. I'm going to be a good girl. When it comes to source, the Elohim and the ancestors. Like, that's where I'm at right now. When it comes to my body, my spirit, conducting myself from this point on. Like, nah. I ain't that person you thought you knew. Nah, that ain't me no more. So again, I don't know. I see it differently. Like, this has just been so much like, I don't know. Okay. But again, it's not all like that. I'm telling y'all, it can get very, okay. Let's just keep going. All right. So again, Satan can command your spirits. And I think the satanic energy possibly just can be a hovering or a shadow spirit or a monitoring spirit. Sometimes I feel like that is it. And again, enough of that can kind of control the narrative if you allow it. Behold, he can inspire you to follow him and give unto you feelings and thoughts that will entice you to follow him. But he cannot go against the eternal law of free agency that hath been given to the children of God in their independent state of existence. So again, this is making me think about free will in a sense, okay? And because he cannot force us in any way, therefore he is not responsible for our sins and the evil which we do during the days of our probation. Better be careful. Best to be careful. Got to be more careful. All right. So maybe this could be happening for different people at different time, but maybe this is a step back as to really readjusting and looking at. All right. And again, his and or this could be a her. All right. Desire is to give happiness unto us and cause us to rejoice in the plan that he hath presented us, that we might reject the plan of the Father and follow his plan. Oh my goodness. But again, this is still saying, it's not saying God's plan. It's saying the Father's plan and Lucifer's plan and all these other plans, but it's really not saying God's plan here. And it didn't even say like God the Father anywhere in here. Okay. Right. So again, it's kind of like this feeling of like, it's a happy thing. But then again, at the end of it, there's not really, right? Did you really just going to probably fall off that cliff? And really, there's probably not going to be nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, okay, hold on, y'all. See, I be getting excited sometimes. All right. Because I just be looking for an understanding. That's all. Okay. And the wars and rumors of wars and all contention and misery that we suffer during the days of our probation are because we are trying to follow the plan of Lucifer. So are these stumbling blocks? Look at this. Are these the stumbling blocks that they preach to the Jews and the Gentiles? Jesus Christ, crucified as a stumbling block. Or, is that just the whole Jesus Christ energy possibly, right? That have been put out on blast and everything so that people will not follow the same thing? Who knows? When we're talking about the nakedness in the garden, of course, it's 2021. So that nakedness would be some kind of monitoring, some kind of something, right? Which again, I still feel like it's not right to do to somebody, and for whatever reason, but I think this has something to do with some love. We're talking love and war, right? All right. All right, because we are trying to follow the plan of Lucifer, which seemeth the right plan to the flesh. But then if you think about the flesh, some people, it gets old and tired and worn out. Some people a little bit sooner than others, but eventually, it's going to give way. Material things going to give way. You're going to go into depression and sadness and not be able to use your light to get yourself out of it. I'd rather take the light. I'd rather be driving around in that car and feel what I feel than driving around in some nice car like that Cadillac, that pearl colored Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? And feeling all ugly on the inside, And now Satan has convinced our flesh that his plan can give us the happiness that we desire. Yet when we follow the enticement of the flesh, which are the enticements of the plan of Lucifer and his blessings, we cause the wars and the contention and the misery among us. But let's be careful with this Lucifer energy, because, and I'm going to clear it up right now, just because I'm talking about these feminine energies, and I believe that, again, in these times, that is what those things are correlating with, right? I told you. I think this is love and war, and hearts have been broken and mended and put here and there. And so when you're talking about that, when you talk about feminine energy and power is in the place. And so again, when we talk about that now, okay, then we talk about even these vipers and these other kind of serpents, right? That get the, right? Okay. So, like I said, yeah. But it's like that whole sense of like, I want to know what has you smiling like that. I want to know what has you like, it's this, there's a hovering energy there that want to know what, after all the beating and whipping, how I'm able to still, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. So again, like I said, the Lucifer energy, it still doesn't feel 100% bad to me. I feel like still there's still good and bad. There's things that make, just like I said, money being the root of all evil. It's not really actually the little stupid piece of paper, okay? It's actually the things that people will do for it. Those kind of things that make it so ugly sometimes, okay? All right, so yeah. But again, it depends on who's saying this. Where did this part come from here? Right? So it's almost as if some people are testing us to see if we're going to be good little children or naughty little children. Are we going to be compliant and complacent and just listen to everything that we're told and go with it? Or are we going to be rambunctious? Are we going to rock the boat when it's time? You see what I'm saying? Are we going to rock the boat? Are we going to go against the grain? Are we going to refuse something if it doesn't seem right or if it's not right? So again, I will just say be careful with 27. Because again, who can say that you can't have it all? I would just say that it's because people had to start from within. If you started from within, if you focus on the man in the mirror, you start within and then go out that way, you can have all those things. But if you start with thinking that those other things are more important than people, neighbors, and all these other things, then that's when you're going to go down the wrong road, is what I feel. Again, I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. All right? Excuse me. Yeah. We have been given ample examples of the way in which our spirits learn, for what child that belongeth unto you according to the flesh listeneth to all your counsel, and believeth that which ye already know from your own experience. So again, this is what I tell y'all. At this point in time, your children are also vassals, right? And again, people know that. So again, when God, now, let's go there, chose to have the children come forward, but the parents couldn't come. Maybe because they couldn't control them that much. I keep it all the way real here, honey. I ain't never gonna be trying to tell you nothing. What I see here is, again, what are we talking about? We got Alice in the schools. We got these different programs. We got this, if they don't want to wear a mask, if they don't want to get this, then we got something for them. They got pop-up shops. Who knows if they could be in the lunchroom at school? I don't know. I'm just saying. So again, like I said, all right, now all of a sudden the children don't really have that much of the, you know what, okay? But they're trying to push it on them too. So it just makes me wonder, okay? It just makes me wonder. For the child that belongeth unto you according to the flesh. Again, so this also speaks against, like, this makes me think about children, people that are homeschooling their children and being monitored to make sure that they're not doing something that the powers that wouldn't be or shouldn't be, or any other powers wouldn't think was beneficial for the next generation. It's almost correlating with the energy of taking those children, those native children. This is the last thing I can think of in history, is why I'm saying it. Okay, of course, worse things happened before that, but this is what I'm trying to correlate it with. Taking them to the Carlisle school and those kind of things like that. Because I know that in Wisconsin, in a couple places, they're going to be spending millions of dollars, if not billions, to build some new facilities for juveniles. And I'm just wondering, why wouldn't we be spending that money to build some other places where children can go so that they don't become juveniles? I don't understand, but I do. It's about control. Do they not fight you in that which ye attempt to teach unto them? Again, this is where it comes to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to talk no more because people ain't listening. So whatever. I know that whatever they doing right now, if they don't want to do it right and they don't want to do it the way that Source God is supposed to be doing it, then they ain't going to be here anyway, or whatever they're doing is not going to be there. So again, I'll save my ideas for when it's my turn, which is unfortunate. I feel like it's already here. It's just, I don't know. All right. So it says, do they not fight you in which ye attempt to teach them, and claim that ye are unwise and that you do not understand them? Yeah. Do they not want to follow their own course in life according to their understanding, and listen to their own heart before considering that which ye or yea have taught unto them? Yea, know that the children of men do not learn through reason and trust, but must be taught through experience that which they shall accept as the truth. And thus it is with our spirit, who are the literal children of the Father, all right, through our spirits, who are the literal children of the Father. Yea, he hath taught us what will bring us happiness, and hath shown us the path that we should follow to find this happiness. But he doth not condemn us for not understanding his way and accepting his experience and wisdom in all things. But he loveth us and giveth us every opportunity that we need to learn for ourselves, that bringeth happiness and what bringeth misery unto us. So, yeah, okay. You know, I think, okay, yeah. Because I think some people hard-headed. I apologize, y'all. Okay? I think some people hard-headed. Hold on. I only got 5 more minutes left. Hold on. Okay, let's finish this page, then we'll be done. For this reason, it is stop. For this reason, it is symbolically taught unto us and passed down from Adam concerning the first commandments that the Father gave unto Adam and Eve. At first, he commanded them that they should not eat the tree. I was just thinking about this dang on tree earlier, of knowledge of good and evil, or in other words, they should not give into the enticement of the flesh. Okay. But maintain control over it according to his commandments. But then he commanded them to multiply and replenish the earth, which would have required them to take part in the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of the good and the evil. Now they could not obey both of the commandments of the Father, but Eve chose the more righteous commandment for herself, and the joy that she wanted to experience, for she wanted to be a mother and learn by experience that which she should know and understand in order to become an eternal mother in a celestial kingdom, where she would rejoice in her children forever. Therefore, she chose to disobey the Father and partake of that which was not commanded by the Father. Now, notice it don't say God, okay? Thus, enabling her to become a mother. And in this choice, she was blessed above Adam. And Satan encourages the children of men to seek other ways to obtain the happiness that they can experience from the flesh without obeying the commandments of the Father. And the Father hath allowed his children to do this, that we might all learn by our own experiences the difference between his plan and the plan of Lucifer. Or, in other words, the difference between good and evil. All right, so again, we're going to stop right there, y'all. That was just a little bit too much. I'm a little full right now, okay? So, I don't know. Maybe this has something to do with that energy of a third party situation. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And it's like, even what is considered that? Okay, we'll finish later. My child needs to use the PC for something, so. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think down below. I don't know. Maybe somebody else had one of these experiences that they want to talk about too or add to. I don't know, whatever. But yeah. All right. Let me get up and do something with myself. I've been sitting around. I just ate some good food. And I'm about to, finish doing some things around here. But anyways, y'all, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe if you'd like. And join us in the group, the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained, for more alternative information, past, present, and future. Not just for me, but others. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care.